Good afternoon, students. Am I audible? Please confirm it once. Please confirm, am I audible? Thank you for confirming that. So let's proceed with our batch today. Let's proceed. First of all, we are going to discuss what we discussed last 2 days. Okay. So let's get back to that. Okay. So we are going to discuss what we have discussed in last 2 days first. Yes. In last 2 days, first we have discussed about the introduction to Python, in which we have come to know that what kind of applications one can develop with the help of Python. Next we studied about the history of Python, that Python is a general purpose programming language used in many applications, real-time applications. Then Guido van Rossum developed the Python, and it was conceived in 1980 and implemented in 1989. Okay, then what about the versions of Python? We discussed that how many versions we have. Nowadays, which version isn't working? Which version is working? That is 3.x and 3.11. Features of Python, we discussed simple. It's a simple language. It's a freeware and open source. Platform independent language, dynamically typed language, interpreted programming language, high-level programming language, robust, extensible, embedded, both functional and object-oriented program language, support third-party APIs. Okay. And then we discussed about the languages, that how the Python is simple, how many APIs we have. We have large amount of APIs in it. Second, it's a platform independent language. Thirdly, we discussed about the freeware and open source. Then we discussed it's a dynamically typed language. We have two types of programming languages. One is static type programming language. Second is dynamically typed programming language. Then how the language is interpreted? It's a we have two types of programs in it: compilation process and execution process. How to compile and how to execute this, we discussed in the diagram also. It supports third-party APIs. It is a robust language, strong language. Exception by default generates technical error messages. It is extensible. It doesn't mean that it is the facilities to the Python programming gives it programming facilities to other languages also. Okay, Python code can also be written in other languages, that is C++, Oracle, and all. Embedded Python programming can call other languages coding segment for fastest execution. Then, as I've told you, that it also supports third-party APIs. Now, this is an execution program of diagram of that. This is a source code, then it converts into byte code, then it converts into machine understandable format, and processor gives the result in the form of end users. Yesterday, what we discussed was identifiers and literals in Python. Now, what about literals? We discussed that literals in Python are nothing but the values passing in the Python program. We have 5 types of literals: integer literals, floating, str, boolean, collections. Okay. And what are identity variables? Variables are when we enter input or literal, they are stored in the main memory by allocating sufficient amount memory space with the help of data types. Okay. So hence all types of input or literal must be stored in the form of variables. I have given you the examples also. We did it in the class yesterday. Next, today, what we are going to discuss about is Let me show you. Today we are going to talk about data types in Python. So what are the data types in Python? Today we are going to discuss about it. We'll give you the examples also. The purpose of data types in Python to allocate sufficient amount of memory space for or storing the values of literals in main memory of computer. So what is the purpose of data types in Python? It is to allocate sufficient amount of memory space for storing the values or literals in the main memory, RAM of computer. In Python programming, we have 14 data types classes and they are classified into categories. Now, what are the classes? Let me clear that to you. What is the class? What is the meaning of class? Let me show that to you. Now, class is a collection of objects. So understand what is the meaning of class? Class is a collection of objects. Okay. Okay. So fundamental category data types. We have different types of data types. First one we are going to discuss is the fundamental category data type. There we have int type, float type, bool type, complex type. We have already discussed about, I have made you clear about the int and float type. Today we are going to talk in details about it. And second one is sequence category data types, that is str, bytes, bytes array, and range. Thirdly, list category data type, that is collection data types and data structures. What about list? In list, we have two types of data types. One is the list, second is tuple. Set category data types collection, data types or data structures. First is set and second is frozen set. Ticked category data types collection, data types or data structures. In that we are going to talk about ticked. None type category data types. None type whose value is called none. Okay. So let's start with our discussion. What is fundamental category data types? What is fundamental category data types? Today we are going to talk about fundamental. The purpose of fundamental category data types in Python is to store single value in single object or variable. Is that clear? The purpose of fundamental category data types in the Python is to store single value in single object or variable. We can store single value in single object. In Python programming, we have 4 data types in fundamental category. How many types of data types we have? One is 4 types of, we have already discussed, we have 4 types of, one is int, float, third one is bool, fourth one is complex. Clear? Now, we'll talk about the int. What is the meaning of int? Int is one of the predefined class and treated as fundamental data types. Int is one of the, what is this? Int is the predefined class. So the purpose of int data is to store integer data or integral data or whole numbers without decimal places. I need to clear one thing to you. These numbers are without decimal places. Okay, these are the whole numbers and these are without decimal places. Please note this. Let me get back to the examples. Let me give you the examples. I have the questions in the chat box. Yes, definitely you will get the PDF. Ma'am, please send the PDF. Yes, you will get the Is the screen is not visible to you guys? Please confirm. Is the screen visible? Okay, I'm so sorry for that. Let me check that once. Let me re-log in again. Let me check it once. Yes, the screen is visible now, I think. Still starting screen not visible. It's written that it's visible. Okay. Good. It's visible now. Okay. So we were talking about the int type. Now, what is the integer type? I've told you to store integer data or whole number. These numbers are without decimals. Okay, integer. Now, let's take a practical example of this. A is equal to 100. B is equal to 45. Next, we'll write A, print A, comma, type of A. It is an integer type. Okay, if I type, and let me check about the B also. B, print B, what type of value it is. Let's check that. Again, it is integer type. But if I'll type the number like A is equal to 0.45. Okay, now let's see. Print A, what type of value it is. See, it's a float value. So the numbers without decimals are integer values, and these are the collection of whole numbers. Is that clear? Okay, now let's get back to the topic. Okay, so as I'm giving you the example, I'm pasting the examples also. Like we have the 100 I have typed, you got the answer, we'll get the output we'll get is what type of class it is. It is an integer class. Okay. Second, I've typed 45, it's 345 I've already done here. What type of type it is? It is an integer type. 0 is also the integer type. Point, if we write in point, it will not be the integer type. Okay. Let's give an examples. Let's take an examples again. Next example, let's start with that. Let's type A is equal to minus 45. B is equal to minus 25. Now, C is equal to A plus B. Okay. Now, print C. What type of value it is? We need to type all the time what type of value it is. So let's see. It's minus 17. Isn't it a class value? It is what type of class it is? It is integer class. Okay, so you have come to know what is the meaning of class. Class is a collection of objects. Is that clear? Please confirm that. Is that clear to you? Okay. Now let's go ahead. Is that clear to you guys? Please confirm. Now with integer data type, we can also store different types of number system values. In integer type values, we can also store different types of number system data. In programming, we have 4 types of number systems. One is decimal number system. Second is binary number system. Third is octal number system. And the fourth one is hexadecimal number system. Now, what is the meaning of decimal number system? Four types of number systems are there. One is decimal type, second is binary type, third is octal number system, and the fourth is hexadecimal number system. Is that clear? In integer, we have four different types of number system data. Now, what is a decimal number system? It is one of the default number system understandable by people. It is a default number system which is understandable by program and the end user as well. This number system contains the following digits. One is 0, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. 0 to 9, and the total digits total digits are 10, and the base digit we take is 10. So we know how to convert the number into the decimal number, right? All base 10 littles are the decimal number system data. Second is binary number system. Now, this number system data understandable by OS and processor during application execution. Whatever we type, our computer, our programmers, our machine understandable language is a binary number system. This number system contains only two digits, that is 0, 0, and 1. Okay, 0 and 1. These number system contains two digits. Okay, as it's written here, 0 and 1. It contains two digits. 0 and 1, total digits are 2, and base of it is 2. In Python programming, binary data must represent or stored in the variables by preceded with OB, 0B or 0B. Whenever we'll type 0B, let's take an example. I'll show you practically. 0B1110. What is the value of this? It's 14. So 111, we can represent it with. Now let's take an example again. 0B1111. It's 15. Am I clear? So we know we have already studied about the binary system in our school time. So how to convert it, we have understood that. Let's take an example. What type of value it is? Again, we'll do that. Now we have to see that what kind of value we are getting. Now, A is equal to 0B 11110. Now, print A. Now let's check what type of value it is. It is 30, and what kind of class it is? It is an integer class. As I've already mentioned that we have 4 different classes in it. One is, please confirm, tell me, please confirm. Have you understood it? We have 4 decimal. One is decimal number system. Second is binary number system. Third is octal, and fourth is hexa. So it's a binary number system. Let's take an example again. Let's take a practical example. What about C? Now if we'll type bin 45, what answer is getting? We'll be able to get the answer. No, we need to write it in a single quote, not in the single quotes, in the braces. We got the answer, right? It's 0B101101. Binary number contains two digits. One is 0 and the other one is. Let's take another example. See, we have again got the answer. Okay, now let's do it with OB class, 0B class. It's 61. We got the answer. Is that clear to you guys? Students, if it's clear, please confirm. Is it clear to you people? Okay. Now let us discuss about, but let us give you an example. Yes, I have given the example. If we type here, we'll get the syntax error. So what is the meaning of syntax? Syntaxes are the formulas which we use. So 2 is not a binary literal. That is why we got the invalid digit answer. Clear? Okay. Now let's talk about the octal number system. What is the meaning of octal number system? This number system data used in microprocessor programming 8086. This number system contains the following digits: 0 to 7 in octal data digit numbers. The numbers are which are actually in use are from 0 to 7. 8 is the base. And we have already done about this. We have done in our school level, but we'll still discuss in the Python class. In Python programming, octal data must be present or stored in the variables. By how to write it, as we were using in binary, it's 0B, but here we'll write 0O, or 0O can be in capital or in a small letter. That is not a constraint. What is the syntax of this is variable name is equal to 0O and then octal data. And here variable name 0 or it's 0O octal data. If it be store octal data, the Python programming environment will convert octal data into decimal number. So let's take an example how to convert the actually some decimal number into octal and octal into decimal. Let's take an example. Like if we want to convert number 1, 2, 3 in octal data type. So as you know that it only contains digit from 0 to 7. The 8 is the base of it. So what we need to do is, it is 8 to the power of 2, 8 to the power of 1, 8 to the power of 2 here, then 8 to the power of 1. Let me give you examples. And 8 to the power of 0. Now, as we know, it's 8 to the power of 2, 8 to the power of 1, 8 to the power of 0. What we need to do is, if we multiply 8 into 8, it comes 64, right? And then if we multiply 8 into 1, we'll get the answer, that is 8. Then 8 into 0 is 0. Right? As we all know. So let's convert this into octal number. What we'll do is we'll multiply the digits. 64 into 1 with 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then 8 into 2. Then what we have to do is 8 into 0. No, I'm sorry for that. 8 into 2. What we have to do is, what we'll get here is plus 8 into 2 plus, as it is 0, it is 0 plus 3. So what answer we'll get? Let's multiply is 64 into 1, it's 64. Plus 8 into 2 is 16. Plus 3. So what will be the answer? The answer we'll get is 83. Okay. So this is the answer. Let's take it practically. Let's see whether it's true or not. Let's do that. A is equal to, just a second there. Let's do that. What is an octal of 83? What will be the answer? Let's see. It's 0 octal 1, 2, 3. As I've told you, 0 octal 1, 2, 3. We got the answer. So is that clear that how to convert the octal numbers into decimal numbers? Let's take another example. If you people want, we can take another example also. Let's do it. It's octal 27. 0, 0, 33. So let's take it practically. Let's open the new file. Okay. So let's take an example of 27. The number is 27, right? So 8 is, as these are 2-digit base is 8. So what we'll do is 8 to the power of 1 and 8 to the power of 0. Let's take it. 8 into 1 is 8, right? So 8 into 2 plus 8 into power of 0. So it's 0 here. We'll only add 7 in it. What answer we'll get is 16 plus 7. What is the answer? Is equal to 23. Clear? So octal of this number is, let's see this. So what will be the decimal? It's 23. Eight to the power of, yes. 8 to the power of 0 is we'll multiply 8 to the power of 0, right? We are multiplying it. Earlier also we did it, dear. Please confirm, please check it again. Some people have raised their hands. Let me clear their doubts first. Yes, you will get, Dhananjay, you will get the recording of the class today. No problems. That is not at all a problem. Okay. Let's get back to our lecture. It's octal 23. We got the answer. It's 27. Now you want me to check it? Octal 23, what we got is 27. This is what I have shown you already. 8 multiplied by 0 is 0, dear. Please clear it with you. 8 multiplied by 0. It's 8 into 2. It's 8 into 1 is 8. 8 multiplied by 0 is 0. So this is what I have taken. Okay. Now see, I have already printed the examples. Print A type A, it's 23. It's 0, 0, 1, 2, 3. It's what type of the value we got at 83. If you want me to take examples, let me take an examples again with the other way. A is equal to A is equal to 0 ohm 55. Okay, now print A. What type of value it is? Oh, sorry, it's print A. Invalid syntax. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. A is equal to 0 ohm. It's 1, 2, 4. Print A. See, we got the answer is 84, and what kind of value it is? Class integer. Now let's take an example with A is equal to 0 ohm 128. Here we get the 8 is not octal literal. That is the only reason we have not got the answer. So here what we'll get is syntax error. We got the error. What is the invalid digit? 8. 8 is not a octal literal. 8 we take it as a base. Let's take another example. Now oct of 83. See, because it's a converted value. Okay, it's 123. Let's take another example. Here we got the answer. But if we'll take it, A is equal to 828, 821. What will happen? Print A. $820. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. What I did is I did it wrong. 128. 0 128. Again, we got the error because 8, we can't, it is already an octal number. In octal number, we'll get the answer between 1 to 7 only. We will not get the, we will not get the answer if we'll be unable to convert 821 to the decimal number. Is that clear? Now let's go ahead with the other programs. Hexadecimal number system. Now, what is hexadecimal number system? This number system data used in development of OS. So why is this hexadecimal system is useful to us? This number system, it is used for development of OS. This number system contains the following digits, which are the digits 0 to 9. See, I have one, A is equal to 10, B is equal to 11, C is equal to 12, D is equal to 13, E is equal to 14, F is equal to 15. So total digits what we have is 16. So base of this number is 16. See, if I have already mentioned here, after 9, it goes to A, B, C, D, E, F. And the decimal numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. So what are the total count of the digits? Its total digits are 15, 16, and the base is 16. That is why we take the base as 16. So in Python programming, hexadecimal data must represent or stored in the variables by the, how to store this? It's 0x. Earlier we were doing is 0O, 0B for binary digits. For octal, it's 0O, and for hexa, it's 0x. Variable, what is a syntax? Variable name is equal to 0x hexadecimal data, or 0x. It can be in the capital letter, it can be in the small letter as well. Even we store hexadecimal data to the Python programming environment will convert hexadecimal data into decimal value. Okay, let's take an example. It's 0x AC. See, what answer I've got is 172. So 172 is a decimal number which we got. Now, how to convert this? Let's take the examples in the Paint. Let's go in the Paint. Let's get back to it. Let's open the new file. Okay. Now, how to convert hexadecimal data into decimal data? Let's do that. Let's take an example. Let's take 3A6. Okay. Now, as you know that 16 is the base of this. So what we'll do is 16 to the power of 2. Now, what is A? Say now 16 to the power of 1. And again, 16 to the power of 0. Now, let us multiply 16 into 16. It's 256. 256 into 3. Then what we need to add is A. What is the value of A? It's 10. So 16 and multiply by 1 is 16 again. And into 10. Plus 6. Plus 6. Plus 16, sorry. Plus 6. See, here we get the answer. 256 into 3 is 768 plus 160 plus 16 plus 6, sorry, plus 6, because 16 multiplied by 0 is 0. So what will be the answer? Please let me know in the chat box what will be the answer. Tell me, students, what will be the answer? Here 16 is a base. No response. See, the answer is 934. Okay, now let's take another example. Let us convert 2B56. 2B56. into, again, let's take in, now it's 2B56. These are the 4 numbers now. So 6 to the power of 16 to the power of 0, 16 to the power of 1, 16 to the power of 2, and 16 to the power of 3. Sixteen to the power of 3, 16 to the power of 2, 16 to the power of 1, and 16 to the power of 0. These are the 4 digits, right? So that is why we are mentioning this. Let's multiply 16 into 16 into 16 into 16. What will be the answer we'll get? 16 into 16 into 16. What is the answer we got? What will be the answer? It's 4096. Now 16 into 2. 16 into 16. I'm explaining in detail now. 256. Now 16 to the power of 1. 16 multiplied by 1 is equal to 16. Now 16 to the power of 0. So 16 multiplied by 0 is 0. Clear? So let's do it. Let's multiply the digit with the digit. And so 4096, we got the answer. Multiply by 2 plus 256 multiply by, what is the value of B? Value of B is 11 plus it's 256 here, I'm sorry. $16 multiplied by 5 plus 16 plus 0, sorry. Plus, we only have to do is 5. Is this clear? Is this clear to you guys? So let's take in what will be the answer. Let's see that. It's 8192 plus 2816 plus 80 plus 6. So what will be the answer we got? We'll get the answer that is 11094. See, I have already given this example. I have shown it practically to you. I have already given these examples in the system here. See, it's O into AC. I have shown you. Now OX AC is equal to 172. Now OX AC again 172. Let's take an examples here. It's 0x AC. We got the answer. Again, 0x BEE. It's 3054. Okay, now 0x BEE. Let's take it like this. We again got the answer. So is this clear to you people? Have you got the answer now? Now, let's take another. Okay. See, 0x-ACC, it's 2764. I have already shown you the example, 0x-AC. We got the answer. What type of value it is? If you want to see, we can put the value here. Just a second here. We can check it here. A is equal to 0x BEER. Invalid. Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry for that. Okay. See, I've done this. We got the invalid hexadecimal literal. We got the answer. That is wrong. If we'll type like this, we'll get the A is not is equal to OX BER. We only need to type like this. 0x BEE and we will get the answer. A can't be equal to the hexadecimal. This is an invalid hexadecimal literal. Okay, now note A is equal to 0766. If we type like this, syntax error, leading zeros in decimal integer literals are not permitted. So use, what do we need to use is 0O prefix for octal integers. Now let's discuss about the floating values. What is the meaning of floating values? What are the floating values? Floating values are always in the form of decimal. Okay, let's take an example. A is equal to 45.25. Print A. What type of value it is? Floating type of values. Okay. Next, take it. Let us take it. A is equal to minus 25.6. Print A. See, minus, whether the value is in is a positive number or it's a negative number, we'll get the answer. Let's take another example. A is equal to 25.25. B is equal to minus 25.5. C is equal to A plus B. Print C. C. The answer we got is minus 0.25. What type of value it is? It is again the float type value. Is that clear? Is this clear to everyone? Please confirm. Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you for confirming this. Okay, now let's get back to this. Okay, let's take another example. I've already shown many examples to you, but still, if you want me to show, I'll show you once again. If A is equal to 45.25, B is equal to 98.36, C is equal to 74.25. Now print A, B, and C. Let's see. We have got the answer, right? It's 45.25, 98.36, 74.25. We got the answer. Clear? Now let's go ahead with the another examples. Now let's take an example with let's do it with the binary code. Let's see what the error we got. We get why we have got the invalid decimal literal, because these numbers are in binary digits. These are into binary decimals. That is why we have got the error. Binary numbers are only 2, 0 and 1. Invalid decimal literal. Now let's take another example also. Let's the octal number and hexa number. Let's take the octal number and the hexa number. Again, we got the invalid decimals. We got the syntax error. So you understand the meaning of syntax? Is that clear to you? Right, fine. Let's float data type also stores scientific notation by floating point values. The advantage of scientific notations of floating value is to take less memory space. Now it also stores scientific notation values. So why is it taking the scientific notation value? Because it takes the less memory space. Okay, let's take an example. A is equal to 3E2. Print A, and what type of value it is? C. The answer is 300.0. This what type of value? The value is in decimal form, so this is a float value we got. We got the answer in the float value. Now let's take another example. A is equal to again what kind of value it is? It is a float type of value. So it takes a scientific notation also, as it's mentioned here. Floating values to take less memory space. Now, what is a type of bool? What we discussed is two types of value: integer value, and second is floating value. Now, third one is bool. Now, what is bool? What is a bool? Let's take an example. Let's go it practically. Bool is one of the predefined class and treated as fundamental data types. The purpose of bool is to store true or false. Okay, the purpose of bool data is that to store the answer in the form of true and false. Clear? The true should be, let me clear one thing to you. True should be always start with the capital T, and false should always start with F. F should be capital. True and false are called logical values. True and false are the keywords. They are treated as values for bool data types. Internally, the value of true is considered as 1 and the value of false is considered as 0. So you have to remember this, that the value of true is 1 and the value of false is 0. Let's take an example. Let's go back to the examples again. A is equal to true. Now, let's take it, print A. Now, what type of value it is? Let's see. What type of value it is? True. Now, let's take it again. Now, it's a small t, right? It's not starting with the capital. See, we got there. True is not defined. Did you mean true? Name error. What type of error we got here is wrong name. So it's a name error. We got the name error here. Okay. Let's take it again. A is equal to false. What type of value it is? False is also a bool type value. Is that clear to everyone? Now let's take an example also. Let's take another example. A is equal to true. B is equal to false. Now C is equal to A plus B. Print C. See, what type of value we got is 1, and 1 is a integer value. True is considered as 1. B is false is considered as 0. So 0 plus 1 is 1. So what type of value we got? The integer type of value, that is 1. I have already pasted the example here. Now, I have already pasted the example here. I have pasted 2 examples. The other one is A is equal to true, B is equal to false. We have got the answer, print A plus 1, A plus B is equal to 1. And now if we'll take print A plus B minus A, we'll get the 0. You want me to print that for you? Let's do it. Print A plus B minus 0. See, the answer we got is 1. Now, let's take another example. Print print A plus B multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3. Let's see what answer we get. We got the answer 1. What type of value it is? It is an integer type value. I've already pasted the example in the class. Okay, now let's get back to what is the complex type. The fourth one is complex. Complex is one of the predefined class and treated as fundamental data type. It is a predefined class and treated as fundamental data type. The purpose of complex data type is to store complex values. The general format complex is shown below. Let's see, it's A plus BJ or A minus BJ. Here A is the real value. You have to remember this. A is a real value, B is an imaginary value, imaginary part. A is a real part, B is an imaginary part, and J represent square root of -1. It's square J. Okay. Internally, real and imaginary parts are treated as float values. What type of values these are? These are float values. Programmatically, to extract the data from complex object, we have 2 predefined attributes like a real and image. Already cleared it to you. What is real and what is imaginary? Syntax: complex obj real, that is gives real part of complex object. Complex object obj dot image gives imaginary part of complex. Let's take an example. A Let's take an example here. Is equal to 2 plus 3j. Oh, it's double. I have done it double. Okay. A is equal to 2 plus 3 plus 3j. Print A. Let's see what type of value it is. 2 plus 3j is a complex value. We got the answer. It's what kind of value it is? It is a complex value. Let's take another example. A is equal to 2 plus 3, 2 minus 3j. See, again, it is a complex type value. Now, let's do again. Let's take another example. A is equal to 2.3 plus 4.5j. Let's take this. Print A. What type of value it is? Let's see. So A is equal to complex type value. So wherever we have the mixture of two real image plus J is a complex value, we got the answer. So here I have given the examples. I'll post these examples in the class. So you have to practice this in your after this session. Once you'll practice this, you'll get the answers. And in case if you'll have any problems, you can contact me on my mail ID as well. And if you want to answer, we can answer you in the tomorrow's session. Okay, if you have any questions, if you have any problem, you can always ask me in my next session. And tomorrow also we'll continue with this only, and I'll talk about the complex again. The time is over now, so we'll discuss about it tomorrow. Thank you, dear. Thank you for the class. If anyone has problem, please let me know. If anyone has problem, just let me know in the chat box so that I can clear the doubts. Okay, no problems. Then students will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for your time.